Hello everyone, today I'm going to be taking a look at the BricksKrieg Battle in a Box and some supplementary vehicles as well. If you fancy getting some bricks on the table and playing out a game with the kids, this might be one to watch. Okay, the BricksKrieg Battle in a Box starter set. Everything you need to get starting playing World War II using bricks and blocks. This two-player army contains both British and Germans, along with the rules, dice, tape measures that you need to play. So, fascinated by this. It's something that Ben absolutely adores, and I'm curious. So, inside we have bags. Each bag contains all the requisite parts. So then we have British Churchill, 2 of, British Piat team, 1 of, British Infantry, another Churchill, dice and tape measures, and little objective flags from the looks of things. Cute. Another section of British Infantry. The Germans have a Panzer Shrek, 2 bags of German Infantry, and German Panzer IVs, 3 of those. So, evenly matched forces. And then we have the cards. So, a little instruction card. There's a card included in the pack which has a QR code on it. If you hold it up to use a QR code reader thing, blah, 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 it will take you there for the instructions. Missing pieces, work really hard to make sure they're all there. We do deal with 50,000 pieces in a month. Occasionally one goes walkabout. If you need to replace something, email them. Okay, there we go. Relatively straightforward. So, for example, we have here the Churchill. On the back you have simple rules and the instructions via the QR code. And then we have the stats for the vehicle in question. So, Churchill, Panzer, Piat, Infantry, German Infantry, which also all have point values on them as well, and the Panzer Shreks. Our rules and our classified document. So let's have a look at those closer. Alright, so the BricksKrieg Simple Rules is merely a double-sided A4 sheet. Basic blow-by-blow about how to play on a 4x4, how you move, and then the stat lines, and on the back, morale, armor penetration, and how to win the game. Super simple rule set, which I think is one of the main appeals, although obviously people have been using these to play other games. You have this classified document, which is really cute. It looks like it's been printed on or typed on a typewriter. Obviously it hasn't been, but full box contents. So 3 Panzer IVs, 2 detachment German Infantry, your Panzer Shreks, Piats, 2 British Infantry, and 3 Churchill. Your instructions. The instructions for building your BricksKrieg are all on the website. Join the website as a member, and they will provide you with the detail. We strongly recommend you take a look at our simple rules. Using the QR code at the top of the page, it will walk you through it, and then you can grow your army as well with a BricksKrieg conscription, which is a monthly service. So there you go. Oh, very nice from Tom, Commander-in-Chief. The little conscription card is here for the store. Build your army £17 per month. They'll deliver a new unit, publication or scenery set on the 1st of every month, along with detailed overview of the model and its role played in World War II, as well as the unit card. So that's quite cute. Right, let's get them built. Okay, back, built things. Relatively quick and easy. You can see I've got the German Infantry card here. There's a simple version of the rules on one side for these, and then a slightly more complicated / contains all of the details on it. I suppose it depends who's playing and how much you need to go into. In game terms, a base is a complete fighting unit, so you don't count the individual figures. You can see this guy here's got an SMG, as denoted by the clip. But yeah, when you're coming to play, you start with a unit that can be 5 stands, so 4 inf plus a 2-man command stand with a little flagpole on it to designate that. Put him at attention. There we go. So there's no build instructions for the infantry. It's fairly simple though. The black bit is the boots. It goes on the bottom. The coloured single section goes in the back like a backpack. The fleshy coloured bit is the face, and then the grey is the helmet. And all of the infantry are the same for the nations. They just change the colour of the uniform. So yeah, quick and easy to do. Obviously you can put them whatever way you want on the base, and you can even add little bits of taft, in this case by adding a little green nugget. When you're playing, they move in inches. There's a very basic coherency. When you come to shoot, if you were stationary, you fire an amount of dice equal to their rate of fire. So here you can see it's shots 2, but if you move, you half your shots, so 1. And then you're hitting on a 4+ with modifiers, so range or cover will increase that. It's all very simple, therefore should theoretically be very quick to play. There's also the Panzer Shreks. Again, no build instructions, but none really needed. I've left his pack off. I'll have to find that. There you go. Little Panzer Shrek with the blast shield. 3 stands of for anti-tank capabilities. And then we have our armour. For the Germans, it is the Panzer IV, which is a delightful little kit to build. It's even got the rails for the Schützen, if you want to add your skirts. Schützen. There we have turnable turret and everything. So yeah, it's an interesting little thing. Now, all of the instructions are via QR code to keep the cost down, because the bigger cost is printing. So you will have to go to the little QR codey bit to get it. But it works on a step-by-step basis, and it works like a flick book. So page at a time, building it up. It gives a very good representation of the silhouette of a Panzer IV. I've left his gun mantlet off. Hang on. Boop. Now he's got his mantlet. Now he feels better. Can't have him going into combat without that. That would be terrible. So yeah, very cute. For the British, it's more of the same. We have, in their case, British infantry are in brown fatigues with a green helmet, and alongside the same 5 base section you can also get Piat teams. Piat's quite cunning. It has that noticeably defined head, I suppose, where the Piat itself, the rocket, is launched from. So that's kind of cool. again, they also have the same system of firing and maneuvering. And then the British come with 3 of these Churchills, which are delightful. I like the fact that the road wheels are on it, by the way. That just amuses me. So yeah, they've managed to do an awful lot in getting the little Lego bricklet things to look, oh, skew F10. Oh, to look like the vehicles in question. I also like the fact that they've got massive chunky bits showing, which is about right for British armour of the period. And also, if we pop him alongside the Panzer IV, you can see he's just a big, long, old boy, whereas his silhouette is a bit taller. So, I mean, doing an awful lot with very little, it has to be said. And it didn't have any issues with any of the builds therein. So, really nice set. You get double the amount of infantry that I've shown. Obviously, there's multiple sections, and then 3 vehicles per side. So it's a really nice starter set. But if you want to expand it, they do them as well in a variety of ways. So here's a couple of things. There is a little Sherman M4 for the US. For the US has an army. Although, lest we forget, there was Lend-Lease available. So there's no reason why you can't have a Sherman with your British. And again, it has that high, proud-looking hull. It's even got the little curved sections on the front. I mean, it is great what they've managed to do with these. I think the little stickers would be a nice addition to pop those on. But you can go looking for trouble with your Americans if needs be. And there's also upgrades for Germans, so you can get a StuG III, although if you play around with that barrel you could change it to a STU, shorten that. There's probably a piece that allows you to put a shorter one on, remove the mantlet, and then run it with the 105, although now I'm getting into the nitty gritty and we probably don't really need to do that. But again, the StuG is really nice. The spare wheels on the back, pintle mounted machine gun, and off you pop. It's just gorgeous, especially whenever you pop them alongside the Panzer IV. Oh no! And have the pair of them rocking side by side. You can see the size difference. Great way of getting into cover and picking your opponent off. And you may need to find some cover because there's also aircraft. So they've got both a German Stuka and a British Hawker Hurricane. And the Stuka is tremendous. Oh no! Look at him with his rear gun. And even the little landing gears fold out. Although I would want the wing sections angled appropriately. And the most defining thing of all, the massive air siren for when it does its dive bombing runs. So yes, Stuka is interesting indeed. Put my flying stand back on. And it stands in stark contrast to the British Hawker Hurricane. Who is a little dinky fellow. A mixture of green and brown pieces, so you've got your camo, You can put those on wherever, mix them up a bit more than I have here. And when you see him alongside the Stuka, they do have a noticeable silhouette, shall we say, in comparison. So you can do attack strafe runs and bombing runs with your aircraft, bringing another type of vehicle into your games and changing up how your games will play. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting BricksKrieg on the table. I just need to get through the rules. Majority of it is very simple. There's one thing I've noticed in the quick reference sheet that I think might be a typo. And if it isn't, I'm sure somebody will explain it. But in most cases, when you see a modifier, positive is worse because you're modifying your target number. So a unit in cover will be at a +1. So instead of 4s, you need 5s to hit them. If you're at long range and in cover, it would be 6s to hit because it's a +1 and a +1. Here you can see a +1 gun and a -1 armor is the hardest thing to hit. And that seems wrong to me. Although it may be, maybe I'm looking at it wrong, because there's your light tank as a -1 for its armor. So I would imagine that would mean you're hitting it on a 3. And then using the bigger gun would push it back to a 4. Here that looks like that should be 4 to 5 and 5 to 6. So I think they should be +1 and that should be -1 there. I think these are reversed. But that aside, when I get through the rules, I'll know for certain. And we'll see how it all pans out. So there you go. Painters, no need to apply. All you need to do is slam some blocks together, your bricks to go, and just get the game started onto the table. It can't be faster than that. Really nice set, a unique vision as well. And I'm curious to see where they go. Obviously, we've now got the Soviets have just arrived. There's talk about doing North Africa and pushing into other eras of conflict as well. So moving beyond World War II. But for now, they're just so cute. The style of the Lego assembly is there. You've got a really unique vision. The silhouettes are there as well. So you can look and easily distinguish what type of vehicle is coming towards you, be it half-track, tank or plane. They all have that unique look where it's been simplified enough but still retains the poise, the silhouette, the look of the vehicle that it's replicating, which is outstanding in such a small scale with such a restrictive amount of bricks to go in there. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. Hopefully we'll be having some games on camera in the not too distant future as well, because I'm curious to see how this plays. But let me know what you think below. Until next time, bye-bye.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.